In this lesson, you will understand how to use sample row component in Talent. So, what is sample row? Here you have, this is the data set we are going to use, that is a Euromart store. In this data, you have nearly 8,000 records. Okay. So, while processing 8,000 records, okay, 8,000 records is not a big deal. But imagine if you have lakhs of records, like a millions of records. So if you want to process this, okay, even that will take some, at least some time to analyze, okay, process and do the transformation. So what usually we will do is, if you have more than lakhs of records, so we can have a sample rows, we can pick up some sample rows and have it for the transactions. Okay, this is the logic. So sample row means what? Either you can have like this, from 2 to 500, okay, 2 to 500 records, you can get it. Or else, if you want any specific records, for example, I want 2, 4, 7, 10, 9, 14, 17, likewise, that also is possible with Talent. Okay, you can also mention what are all the records you want. If you want continuously from 2 to 500, then you can give that. If you want the random samples, random records like 2, 5, 7, 9, you can also specify that. Or else, if you feel that you want from 2 to 100 and then 200 to 300, even that is possible with sample row. Okay, so let us see how to do that. Open Talent and then create a job. I'm going to create a job like a sample. Okay, sample is my job name. Fine. Once you have given all the name, purpose and description, click finish. You can see that a sample row job has been created and your workspace will be ready soon. So once it is ready, you can you can just drag and drop the Euromart store from the metadata. Okay, drag and drop it here. So it'll ask you for input Excel, so click input, and now you can just connect this with the sample. You can type sample row where it is available in the processing, under the processing components. So here you can double click on the sample row to be connected. Now double click on the sample row to see its configuration, how you can configure it. Okay, first let us see whether the schema are properly uh, copied into your sample row component. Once it is copied, click OK. And here they have given you the how you have to specify the number of rows. Okay, as we discussed, so if you need like 2, 4, 6, 9, 12, like that, then you have to specify that, like, okay, 1 comma 2 comma 4 comma 5 comma 7 comma 9 comma, like that you can give commas and specify how many rows, or how, what are the records, the record you need. Okay, this is to specify the random records, the records which you want in a random manner. Okay, so that is what given in the very first thing. Okay, that is comma 1 1 and fifth line. What is the next one? If you want from 2 to 100 records, okay, I want continuously from 2 to 100. Okay, I want continuously from 2 to 100. So how I can give is 1 2 dot dot 100. Okay, you can give like what, 2 double dot 100, where it will be considered as 2 to 100. Okay, or else you may need, like, if you want either from, first thing is you need it from, okay, let's have 60 to 64 and then 71 to 74, likewise. Okay, then you can give like 60 double dot 64 comma 71 double dot 74, likewise. Okay, you can give like 60 71 dot dot. So this is also possible with talent sample row. Or else, if you want only first 10 lines, okay, that is the first 10 lines that we have already discussed, like 1 double dot 10. Okay, so first 10 lines or first 20 lines, so that is also possible with talent. So these are the possible values which you can fetch. So where you have to give, so you have to give it here. You have an option called range, so go to that range, and the default one which is selected there is 1 comma 5 comma 10 to 20, that is one first record, fifth record, and 10, 11, 12 to 20th record. That is what it means. Okay, so now I need like 2 to 100. Okay, I want it from 2 to 100. Okay, 2 double dot 100, that you have to give inside the double quotation. I'll also show you if you haven't included double quotation, so what it will show. Okay, and then you can connect this with the log row as of now. So I'm just configuring the log row as table print values in the cells of table. Now execute this. Let's see what is the output. So before that, your if you have opened the file which you are trying to process it here, just close it, then only it will work. Okay, just close it. Now your complete 8000 records will be sent to the sample row, and then okay, let us execute it again. I think something has happened, so let us execute it again. Okay, from the sample row it started, and from the Euromart store to sample row, you it is transmitting nearly 8000 records. It has to transmit 8000 records. You can see the processing here, and then from there you are getting only 99 rows. Okay, because you mentioned like 2 to 100. Okay, so second record to 100 record has been here. Fine, so just I'm just going to give like 1 comma 5 comma likewise. Okay, 1 comma 5 comma 7 comma 9 comma 10. Okay, or 9 comma 11. So let's see what is the output for this. Execute this. Okay, so few records will be transferred from the Euromart store to tSampleRow, that you can see here, and the first 5 rows has been displayed here. That is not first 5 rows, one. Okay, let's see that one. I forget. Sorry. So 1, 5, 7, 9, 11. That is five records. Okay, you can see that 5 rows has been transmitted to the T log row. Okay, so you can try this, and now I'm just going to give without the double quotes. Let's see whether it is showing up an error or not. Okay, so execute this. Let's wait what it is going to show up. Okay, so let's wait here, so let's see. Okay, fine, so it is showing the output, that is 1 comma, that is what, 1, 5, 7, 9, and 11. Okay, sometimes if it shows any error, even if you're giving without any double quotes, then in that case please do give the double quotation, that is opening and closing double quotes, because the versions are improvising. So it will keep on improve the versions, and whenever you are using the upgraded version, that is a new version, they may change some notations that you have to follow, some principles you have to follow. So in that case, if it shows any error, you can just follow this. Okay, so this is how you have to use a t sample row. I hope you understand. So this is basically used to reduce the to reduce the number of records used for processing, and to increase the performance, and to increase the and to reduce the time which is used to used for processing. So even sample row will come under the processing component. So if you just go here, so you can see here that under processing you have a sample row. Okay, even after connecting with the sample row, you can do the other stuff. You can connect with the filter, okay, which we have discussed in the previous video. previous lessons, you can see that filter row. After filtering that, you can also connect it with the log row. Okay, so that is possible. So you can connect multiple components. So before that, in processing, so you have various components in processing, so for the processing purpose you can connect multiple components, so that is possible. And finally, you can store it as a excel or delimited file or any other file format which you require. That also we have discussed in the previous lessons.